colors of my nation. This lesson is a good illustration meaning example, of report writing as can be seen in the first paragraph. The subsequent paragraphs, that means the following paragraphs, are examples of introduction of oneself to the unknown crowd. Students of different countries meet in New Delhi at India Summit, which was inaugurated by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the then President of India. These visiting students represent their countries. So two things you understand here. One is how to write a report. Second is how to introduce oneself. The first speaker was Jenna from Canada, the second largest country in the world. She said that music was a hobby and informed the audience that Canada became independent in 1867 and India became independent in 1947. So more than a century before India, they became independent. The country got its name. How? Like India is also called Bharat. And their country, Canada, got the name from Kannata, meaning a community. Immigrants from Britain and France settled in Canada, so they speak English and French. English is spoken almost all over the world, across the world, because Great Britain ruled over the world, most of the places. So naturally, most of the people around the world speak English. The second language spoken in Canada is French. Their emblem includes 3 red maple leaves and the anthem is O Canada. She said her country is rich in natural resources. Example, paper pulp, hydroelectricity, and finally she said, O Canada, I love you. So, these are the things that Jenna tells about her country. See the picture there, where Canada lies. It is lying north of United States. See the number of states Canada has. Most of these states are covered with snow. Here is a maple leaf. And this is the same thing which is also in their flag. The second speaker, Chang from China, was the second speaker. She said her country had largest population. And India comes second in population, largest in population, and was third largest in area. Canada is second in area and China third. She proudly said that they were the pioneers of compass, paper and silk cloth. Pioneers meaning those who begin, those who start, those who invent. She said the Great Wall of China was world famous. This is the only human monument that can be seen from the moon. China got its name from Qin or Qin. It's pronounced as Qin. Once they were ruled by these kings. But just then, that means now, they are People's Republic. Their red flag has 5 stars and largest one represents the leadership of Communist Party. And other 4 stars stand for workers. Their emblem shows Gate of Heavenly Peace in Beijing. Beijing is the capital of China. Their national anthem is March of Volunteers. She proudly said, their nation is marching for the progress and development. The third person to speak was Bob from England, a part of UK. Now UK is United Kingdom, which consists of Scotland, England, Wales and Ireland, part of Ireland. Bob, a student of 9th standard from Manchester, was a great fan of Sachin and liked cricket. You can well understand that if he is a fan of Sachin, his favorite game will be cricket. He told the gathering that Industrial Revolution began in their country. See, just like China people are saying that they are pioneers of compass, paper and silk, Bob takes pride in saying that their country are the first one to introduce Industrial Revolution. He took pride to say his country produced great sailors, traders, writers and scientists. He informed his friends that Shakespeare, the great dramatist, and Sir Isaac Newton, the great scientist, hailed from England. And his country has long history of democracy. India also is a democracy because they were ruling over us, and before that also we did have kingship, but the king listened to the opinion of people. They have great respect for tradition. You have the Queen, you have the Buckingham Palace, they have the change of guard. These are things which they treasure beyond everything. Treasure meaning value and respect. The unicorn is their emblem. Just like we have our emblem, the unicorn will tell you the meaning. It's an imaginary horse which has a horn in its forehead. That is their national emblem, and it represents power and prosperity. Their flag is known as Union Jack, and their national anthem is God Save the King. Having said so much, he declared that he was proud of his country. Now let us see if we have some illustrations or pictures. This is a picture of the map of China. See the shape of China. You can almost open your palm and keeping one thumb and all the four fingers this way, you can see it is the shape of China. Here we have the flag of China, big star and the four small stars. See, the color is red. It is the Communist Party. This flag is that of the Britain. What do they call it? Union Jack. It's a blue color with diagonal lines and the rectangular divided by red lines. Cross, red cross. Here the meaning of unicorn, which is an imaginary horse with a horn in the forehead. Forehead is kapal. So we have finished or completed 3 speakers. Jenna from Canada, Chang from China, Bob from England, and each one telling us something about their country. The next speaker, it is Sako from the country of rising sun, and the country of rising sun is Japan. Said they call their country Nippon or Nihon, meaning land of rising sun. The red sun is seen in their flag. The national anthem is Kimi-Gao, Kimi-Geo, the reign of our emperor. Sako said Japan is famous for ikebana, it is flower decoration. Origami, it is paper cutting. And bonai. Now this is, the trees grown in small in size in pots. Though most of the Japanese wear Western clothes, their traditional dress is called kimonos. Japanese watch both Noh and kabuki dramas, and they also watch Western plays and movies. Finally, Soko said sayonara, goodbye to the group. The last speaker is Lakshmi from India. She showed tricolored our flag. It is Chakra Dvaj. The saffron, white, green. These are the three colors in our flag, and each color represents its significance. That is courage, truth, peace and prosperity, respectively. Saffron for courage, white for truth and peace, and the green for prosperity. The wheel at the center stands for progress. The four lions, seated back to back, announces power of wisdom, love, peace, compassion, and truth. She proudly said, our motto is Satyame Vijayate. Truth alone triumphs, and our national anthem is Jana Gana Mana. Here we have the picture of the flag of Japan, white cloth with a red sun. This is the first one, Ikebana, flower decoration. I'm sure your school must be having some competitions in flower decoration. Here we have Indian flag with three colors and a circle wheel at the center. And here we have the emblem with four lions and Satyame Vijayate written at the bottom. Here we come to the meanings, the words which come in the paragraph of Japan. Ikebana, art of flower arrangement, as you can see the picture. Origami, it's art of paper cutting. You can fold paper into small size and make cut squares, heart shape, circles, and then open the paper and you'll find lovely design. You can, put color in that and make a rangoli. Bonai or bonsai, trees in pots, reduce their size. Even a huge peepal tree can be grown in a pot. You have the bougainville, you have the banyan tree, all these. And this art now is being done at few nurseries in Ahmedabad. And you can have a look when we have the flower competition or an exhibition on the riverfront. Prosperity, meaning to be wealthy, to increase your wealth and your name and your fame. Significance, meaning importance. Compassion. You can see the Gujarati word. You have the feeling. It is love. Triumph, meaning victory. Excited by something. You have the hair on your body that rises up. Ruwati ubi thai javi. You find that Lakshmi says something more about her land. Lakshmi excitedly said that the government of India had organized a tour of the group. So the visitors, the foreign visitors, will have a very close look of India. Bharat Darshan, view of India. The foreign student learned much about India through their tour. They travelled and visited Taj Mahal, which is in Agra, Golden Temple, which is in Amritsar, Punjab, Shanti Niketan. It is the university founded by Rabindranath Tagore in Bengal, Bharat Natyam, Kathakali. These are the dances very popular in South India. Vivekanand Rock at Kanyakumari, Gandhi Ashram, which is in Ahmedabad, Ajanta Ellora Caves, which are in Maharashtra. They also enjoyed folk songs and dances of Rajasthan. And then they returned to New Delhi. So you have not only enjoyed the world tour. Why do I say world tour? Because you went to Canada, you saw what they produce, what natural resource they have, what is the national anthem, when they became free. Similarly, you went to China, same way you went to England, you went to Japan. So naturally, so many important countries of the world you have visited just through the eyes of these visitors. And that is why you have enjoyed the world tour and close darshan of India, but also learned to write, report, and mastered the art of introducing oneself before others. You can have this practice in the class, introducing yourself. Here we have the pictures. Taj Mahal, Agra, the Golden Temple, Amritsar, Gandhi Ashram, Sabarmati, Ahmedabad. Now we come to the exercise. Speaking. Varsha always reads in front of others. Varsha never laughs loudly. It is bad manners. So, Varsha often eats eggs. Varsha sometimes brings this textbook. Varsha usually does her homework. What is significant here is always, never, often, sometime, usually. Always meaning never failing. Never means doesn't. Often means time and again. Sometimes meaning from time to time. And usually means it is a routine. So each word can be utilized in writing exercises. Let us see the vocabulary. Few of the words came along with the writing. In this vocabulary, we are going to learn opposites, antonyms. Monarchy, meaning kingship. Opposite is democracy. Rule of the king and rule of the people. Second, inauguration, meaning opening ceremony. Farewell means to say goodbye. Traditions, that is customs coming down the generation. Piri dar piri. Modern, meaning present time, fashionable. Prosperity, to be wealthy. And opposite is poverty. I am reading all of them once again. Monarchy, opposite democracy. Inauguration, opposite farewell. Traditions, opposite modern. And prosperity, opposite poverty. Prefixes are placed before a word and give new meaning. Let us see these. Example given, lead. He will lead the nation. Mislead, meaning misguide. Fund, meaning collecting. Refund, meaning to give back. Miss. Now see, mislead, refund. Then miss is to convey something wrong. And is to return and again. So these words, whether it is lead, fund, miss or if these are added to the words after or before that, then they will change the meaning. Let's see here. Here are a few examples. You use un, it means not. See the example? Untrue, undone, unusual. Dis, it is also not, meaning without. Dishonest, discomfort, disown. Pre, meaning before. You have prelim exams before the finals. So, before. Pre-task, before the lesson begins, you have pre-test, that is before the finals. Pre-university, that is 11 and 12. Meaning back or again. Reunion, meaning uniting again. Recall, meaning calling back. And retest, a second test. Trans, meaning across. Transport, meaning to send it across. Transform. Transplant. Transform meaning to change. Entire change. And transplant, generally you can have that in human body, transplanting a heart, a kidney. And similarly you also have it on the agricultural fields, especially the rice plant. It is transplanted. Auto meaning self. Automobile, automatic, and autobiography. I don't need to give you the meaning of automobile and automatic, but I'll just tell you autobiography, meaning your own story, coming through your own mouth. And the second one is biography, meaning somebody else telling about someone else. Ex, meaning out of. Extract. You may be having some lessons which are part of a big piece of lecture or story or play. That is extract. Exchange, meaning you are exchanging coins with your friends when you have double or even stamps. Exclaim, meaning to shout out of happiness. Textual comprehension. This is a paragraph from Friends up to India, page 19. What does EUNC stand for? EU.C means European Council. Where was India Summit held? India Summit was held in New Delhi. Who inaugurated the summit? Opening ceremony. Answer. The summit was inaugurated by the then President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Second, comprehension. It begins from Canada became up to O Canada, page 20. Which languages are spoken in Canada? In Canada, they speak English and French. Second question. Which resources in which resources is Canada rich in? Answer. Canada is rich in natural resources like paper, pulp, hydroelectricity, and production of wheat. Third question for the second comprehension. When did Canada become independent? Answer. Canada became independent in 1867. Third question, or third comprehension. I am Chang, up to development, page 40. Page 20. Which items were the first produced by China? China was the first to produce compass, paper, and silk cloth. Now, there is a word used, pioneer, in that paragraph. What does that word mean? Inventors. The first one. How did China get its name? Answer. China got its name from the early Qin dynasty. And from there, China. Third question of the same comprehension. What is the national anthem of China? Answer. The national anthem of China is March of Volunteers. Fourth comprehension. Hello, up to England, page 20. First question. To which country did Bob belong? Bob belonged to England, a part of UK. UK stands for United Kingdom. If you want, you can also write 9th standard student from Manchester. Second question. Which revolution first began in England? Answer. Industrial Revolution first began in England. Do you know which industry? Cotton textile. Third question. Which famous dramatist and scientist belonged to England? Shakespeare, the great dramatist, and Sir Isaac Newton, the great scientist, belonged to England. Fifth comprehension. We call up to East and West, page 20. What is the meaning of Nippon or Nihon? Answer. Nippon or Nihon means rising sun. Second question. What does their flag consist of? Answer. Their flag consists of red sun. Third question. What is Japan famous for? Answer. Japan is famous for ikebana, that is flower arrangement, origami, paper cutting, and bonsai or bonsai, that is trees in pots. D. What does the life in Japan reflect? Life in Japan, answer. Life in Japan reflects a combination of East and West. We have some more question answers. The previous ones were on comprehension. Paragraphs were given and questions related to that. Now we have general questions. Why were the students of USA, Canada, Russia, China, Japan and England invited? The students of USA, Canada, Russia, China, Japan and England were invited to attend India Summit held in New Delhi. Now this generally happens in a student exchange program. Okay, so you can write down in student exchange program. Second question. What are the major products of Canada? The major products of Canada are paper pulp, hydroelectricity and wheat. Third question. Write 3 sentences about Indian flag. Answer. Indian flag is known as tricolor or chakra dvaj. Each color represents its importance. Saffron suggests courage and sacrifice. White stands for truth and peace, while green signifies prosperity. And wheel at the center stands for progress and dharma. Fourth question. Why has the Government of India organized the tour Bharat Darshan? Answer. The Government of India organized the tour Bharat Darshan for foreign students so that they may know India more closely and the world can head for better tomorrow. Fifth question. Which places will be covered in Bharat Darshan? Answer. They would cover Taj Mahal of Agra, Golden Temple of Amritsar, Shantiniketan, founded by Rabindranath Tagore in West Bengal. In Chennai, they will be watching Bharatnatyam and Kathakali, Vivekanand Rock at Kanyakumari, Gandhi Ashram and Sabarmati in Ahmedabad, Ajanta Ellora Caves in Maharashtra, and folk dance and songs of Rajasthan. and then back to New Delhi. Sixth question. What is the importance of the visit of Gandhi Ashram? Gandhi Ashram in Ahmedabad was founded by Gandhiji, the father of our nation. This place played an important role in the freedom struggle of India. Grammar in use. Two sentences joined by adverb clause. Adverb clause answers the questions when, where and how. In the illustration, one sentence is joined by where, and in the second by why, and in the third by when. Let us see the exercise. The doctor saw the place where the kid was born. It is telling you more about place, but at the same time, the doctor saw the place where the kid was born. Second one, we knew the reason why he had lied to everyone. See, all the connecting words are underlined. Where, why. Now third one, tell me the time when the ashram train will arrive. Fourth one, the traveller invited me to the spot where he had seen a lioness and her two cubs. The court, fifth sentence, the court knew the time when the murder had taken place. Now I'd like to draw your attention. The doctor saw the place. If you say which place where the kid was born. And in the second one, we knew the reason. Why we knew the reason? Why he had lied. Traveller invited to that spot. Why? Or which spot? Where the lioness was seen with her two cubs. So all these are supposed to be adverbial clause. In the previous one, we had done more of an adjective clause. Fill in the blanks with proper forms of verbs given in the brackets. We will have straight away the solution. There has been a dramatic change in India since the year 2000. Though newspapers write regularly about wildlife problems, the tiger is facing a threat. Though Project Tiger was launched years ago, tigers are not safe. There are pressures on the forest resources. They have resulted in extinction of many species. Cheetah is one such species. If we as citizens show some awareness, tigers will have better chances of survival. Now you can see the places which are underlined. Has been, was launched, have resulted and will have. So in your text, they have just provided a word in the bracket. And this is how the answer would come. I hope you have understood how to apply. The last part almost is the writing section. A paragraph about Australia using hints and information provided. Now the hints and information are given in your text and here's the solution. Let us see how you will write. Australia lies in southern hemisphere. They have mentioned southern hemisphere. Australia's capital is Canberra. They've only written, I think, Canberra. Its main cities are Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide and Perth. I think you've heard all these names because cricket is played in all these cities. Her chief farm product is wheat. And Australia main animal produce is wool. Here the people are engaged in farming, leather production and woolen garments, manufacturing woolen garments. Murray-Darling are its main rivers. Australia is the smallest continent country and is a land of variety of animals and plants. Like you have kangaroo, even kimu, and in the trees eucalyptus. Kangaroo, I don't know what's the Gujarati word for that, it is kangaroo, but eucalyptus you say, it is, on Gandhinagar highway, you find eucalyptus trees, Nilgiri. These can be regarded as special features of Australia. I hope your journey around the world was enjoyable and the information that you collected will help you in answering many of the KBC questions that will be shortly coming. So with that, we finish our session.